Hello everyone, my name is For Extraordinaire and welcome to episode 3 of our Humankind Let's Play. Last time we established quite a few outposts, about 3 of them, to kind of counteract our southern border with the Nubians who we also met last episode, and then we also established communications with the Mycenaeans. So, after that, I think we met an independent tribe up here in this region, so we just basically want to try to generate as much influence as possible, found a few cities this episode, and then maybe even consider transcending to the classical era. So I think for you, you've already built that outpost. Let's go ahead and send this guy down here, or maybe I could send you up here, and then we can kind of see where we want to go from here. And these outpost placements are not temporary, so I can move these later on, but this is going to be taking quite a while to kind of relocate, so I'll have to see how that goes. So let's actually move you down here, and then I think if I move the outpost, it won't kill a pop, so it should still be fine. And then this is obviously exploiting something here. I could also found this to a city, I think. I just need some more influence, but let's enter turn, and let's get straight to business. Alright, so we've also exploited, some resources there. We've collected a curiosity for some gold. And I think, this will be done in 9 turns. So let's just send this guy over here to speed this production up of the outpost. And an interesting thing I noticed is that I think these little, these cost influence. So I saw that on the subreddit. There was a complaint. The early game, as opposed to the last open dev, it seems to be overly reliant on influence. So I don't know if that was kind of to balance out different complaints about the game kind of losing interest in influence, but it's definitely very reliant as far as I've been able to tell on influence now. So we have polytheism and we have shamanism. Okay. No bonus to city centers, interestingly enough. I think I'll go for the double influence because I really need influence early on, even as the aesthetes. And I've also unlocked an era star, so let's see what that is. Okay, I think that is, yes, for scientist stars, since we are researching quite rapidly here. So let's move you down here, keep moving. I'll end this turn, and then I need to, you found a curiosity, interestingly enough. Looks like there's some new art for that, too. Wow, we're really finding stuff. Okay, so I think you need to move over here, explore this later on. You're on auto-explore, there you go. And now that I'm done with you, I think it's safe to send this guy back to the capital just to kind of funnel our population into the nearby city here. So let's just move you back here. There you are. And this is actually a warrior. So I think that was possibly from a curiosity, so I might keep this guy and see how we pan out from here. Speaking of stars, not irrigation stars, but speaking of just aesthetic stars and everything, we do have a lot of science. So let's grab irrigation. Since I was talking about stability earlier, I think we're going to be able to get some population up. I've been considering going for agrarian in the classical era just to kind of mellow out our city center. And let's enter turn here. Okay, there we go. And turn times seem to be fairly stable, though I did have problems loading this game. I don't know if you guys have had similar problems, but it's just been kind of weird. Just trying to load the game up, which is, I had to like restart the game and just reload a bunch of stuff, which was kind of awkward to position around. Anyhow, let's move you down here. There we go, one more turn. And we do need to consider what we're going to do with this little, okay, are you going to fight me? No, but it looks like there's roads. So these guys have researched the wheel. So it looks like they have also exploited this resource, and I'm hoping they don't build a city, though that could make it harder to control this. They also have the Danakil Desert here too, so I definitely want to grab this wonder here and this wonder. Kind of funny that there's 2 wonders right next to each other. Anyhow, this is going to be an amazing location for some prime real estate once we get the outpost over here. That we might have to wait just a little bit. Anyhow, we have this event. I've read this before in previous Let's Plays or episodes. I've got this a ton of times, but basically we have some musical innovation. So I want to spend some gold towards that, and hopefully we get a good result. We're also going to get some industry, which we need desperately to kind of get these mines up and everything. So let me just actually buy this out, and then the farmer's quarter will be done in 5 turns. And we're also losing a population in 2 turns. That could be kind of bad. I can't move you over here. Okay, that guy is actually locked in there. So we're going to lose a pop in 2 turns, which is very unfortunate since we have very little food. So that is kind of bad. I think we should probably get a granary in that case. Plus 2 food per farmers. That's probably going to synergize well. But yeah, that is going to be expensive. So that is going to be unfortunate. We're going to lose a pop, though we did have a fairly inhospitable start. So we just have a few sources of dry grass over here to farm on. And this is, by itself, the farm here is kind of bad, so that is a bit unfortunate. I should have prioritized the farm over there, but I just forgot. Oh well. Okay, so you're going back here. You're going to auto-explore. There's an island over here, interestingly enough. It looks like it's by itself. So let me end my turn. Culture chosen. So someone has chosen the Hittites. People are still advancing. Okay, 10 gold. We are finding a ton from curiosities. And... okay, you're in my territory. Please get out, or you're right near my territory. And you are trying to fight me. What are you doing? Okay, this is actually pissing me off, because he just tried to initiate combat within my territory. So I think we might try to just fight him, because he obviously wants to start something. So let me just move my warrior over here and reposition him. Where did I put him? He's all the way over here. So he's going to be quite a bit. So please hurry over here. That is why one complaint about this game. It's very annoying to kind of interact with the AI's obstacles and whatnot. But, okay, that's going to be in one turn. That's going to be really annoying to deal with. Okay, so let's get an agreement. A non-aggression pact. I'm going to actually refuse that because you've been a dick. So, let's go over here. Move on this guy's way. End our turn. Haojing has lost a population. Very unfortunate. And Alcor is actually converted to a new religion. So Zhou shamanism is fairly influential, apparently. Okay, apparently that resource was sold. And... I guess I'll trade everything for now, but I'm very pissed off that you've been attacking us. So... what is a juicy one? Yeah, let's stop attacking me. Okay, did he actually pay me? No, I don't think he did. So we've kind of pressed that crisis. Oh, we haven't actually pressed that, have we? Okay, so basically we pressed our crisis and then we can demand, I guess. They're demanding things too. I'm refusing that. No, thank you. Okay, so basically I guess we're just getting our war support up, but you got to stop attacking me because that is just... that is really pissing me off. We've lost another scout. So we gotta... I don't know what we're going to do. I guess we're just going to have to go and take their outpost here. So once that's constructed, let me move it all the way back up to the north. I kind of placed that down haphazardly, but I just wanted to get that taken care of so the Nubians didn't claim anything. But they went ahead and claimed the wonder next to the Danakil Desert. So Haojing has gained a population. And I think we have just enough influence to go ahead and claim something else too. So, looks like we've met Hattusa. Interesting. Let me send you back here. I want to claim this territory down here, so I think that's a good spot. It'll be 11 turns. It's going to take quite a bit, but it shouldn't be too bad. Is this going to be faster here? Okay, that's going to be 9, so I'm just going to send you to keep auto-exploring. So, there we go. And... okay, I don't actually need you to do that, so just auto-explore. There we go. He was going to fulfill his other command. So we've got Euphony, and that's going to shift us over a little bit. I don't think that's going to benefit us too much right now, but basically we've created our own musical institution, La-di-Day, and that should be good. So, end our turn, and we're just one turn away from a farmer's quarter. Let me buy that out, because I need food ASAP. So we're going to be growing in 45 turns, so... that is not too good, though. We do have 100 stability here, so... okay, 2, 4... I just need as much food as I can get. So let's just build that, and then we can go back on the granary. And then I don't think I want to use this guy for any population right now. Or use it to sacrifice his population for any warriors, since when you build units in Humankind, you lose pops for that city. So I guess I have to be very careful, since I have very few pops at the moment, so... just gonna have to keep that in mind, but okay, I'm gonna move you back here. You're fine. Thank you. And let me just be wary of the Mycenaeans here. Okay, you're moving over here. And then I think we can end our turn once this guy is finished moving. I don't know if there's any rapid animation thing you can turn on, like with Civ 6, but it looks like they've decided to feel differently about us. Where can we see this? They're hesitant. Okay. Because we've made demands for the crisis. So, I'm going to keep pressing my demand because they've just kind of been dicks. So, I can also press this demand too. So I can press 2 demands, and that's going to be fairly good for drumming up our war support. They have a higher war support, though. Since they've committed more atrocities against us, I think this is going to be good overall. We've also met the Hittites. Here's a very nice attire, very nice color scheme there with the blue and gold. I'll accept the trade deal, anything to kind of foster relations with some more people there. Another civilized nation, great to see. And, okay, you're getting down there. So that is that is actually an independent tribe, so we're going to have to see if we can actually fend them off. Interesting. Okay, they've actually been fairly aggressive with their settlement choices here. So then I think I might just plop something down here then, because there's obviously an independent tribe there, so let me just set my runner down here. That'll be like 5 turns, then we can claim that. We have a ton of extra influence. Trade route blocked, resource sold, matter of diplomacy. So I think we can actually just sort of stockpiling influence right now. We could probably just use our cultural blitz, and that immediately brings one of our empire's territories back into its sphere of influence. Gain influence for each adjacent territory already in your sphere. And that could be pretty good. So we could get that. Can't convert that. Could be interesting. I might decide that later on, but we are kind of converting them with our culture, so to see how much influence we do. And then also we are, I think, working these tiles too, which gives us tons of influence, 5 per spot of the wonder. So that is going to actually help us pay off for some of these outposts in the long run. End our turn. And that independent tribe probably chose the worst spot because I was just going to claim that. So I don't know if we can negotiate with them or something, but that is kind of pissing me off. So at least they're functioning, I guess. But still a little bit annoying here. Okay, keep moving down there. And I have to wait for the animation to play out. Okay. We might have to find a workaround for that, but you are almost home. And I think once I finish building this, I can't just buy it out yet. But once I finish building that, we should have more food. 43 turns is like just insane to wait for 1 population. So let me turn back on auto explore. I don't know why that turned off. Okay, we have some hostile units, I guess. Okay, there you go. Turn that back on, please. Okay. You're still hostile. Interesting. So I guess they're just building outposts here. Kind of positioning themselves. Okay, we've heard about the Assyrians here. Looks like they're actually on this border, so can I auto-explore? Okay, there we go. So we've met the Assyrians. Here they are. Let's introduce ourselves. And man, we have a ton of warriors to the east, so we have to be careful about this little border we're establishing here. We don't want to piss too many of them off because they could be quite a bit to handle. So let's continue moving this down here, and yeah, we're waiting for him again. But I think we'll probably get to war with him in this episode. We also want to move this. It's going to take a bit of influence here, but I don't want to relocate this over to I think this spot here, not a bad idea. It could be a pretty good city center as well. So let's just relocate that over there. It's immediate. We also have the option now to create this into a city, so I think we might go ahead and do that. See how that kind of goes. And that's immediate, so we just created a city of Fenguo. And then we can also attach this territory over here. Let's just go ahead and do that. And we have a massive city over here, which is pretty nice. So, with that in mind, I think we want to immediately start exploring exploiting some of the nearby terrain. So this is going to be +2, +3. You already have 2 pops, and you're growing in 4 turns, so we don't really need to worry too much about food here. Okay, 8 there. Though I want to get to the nearby tiles as soon as possible. So, let me exploit that tile over there. And I think we might possibly consider some of these improvements over here, though I want to get my Confucian school out here to get 4 of those mountains. That's going to be like +20 science once all is said and done. So that's pretty good. +8. I'm going to prioritize this, and then after that I might be able to get another industrial quarter over here, or I could probably get a farmer's quarter over here. +2 is pretty bad though, so I'll have to see. So that's fine. Keep yourself busy with that. Hopefully they don't attack us just yet. And then I want to get the Confucian school down before we ascend to another culture, though I don't know how fast this game is going by. So we have Keepers of the Creed. An unexpected rivalry has erupted between 2 temples in Haojing. each representing a different sect of shamanism. Okay. I've had this a bit before. Let's go for men. I don't really care how much that really affects us at this moment, so we're kind of worried about not getting our heads cut off by the enemies to the south. So let me station you over in Fengzhou, and position you there. These scouts shouldn't be too hard to, yeah, they're just scouts. They shouldn't be too hard to take care of. So let me position you here, though he looks like he's gearing up for war, so that is a bit concerning. Okay, we can also buy this farmer's quarter out. So let me do that and see how that affects our food here. Okay, 10 turns, and we've also unlocked an arrow star, so I don't think that was too bad of an investment. And speaking of which, can we get some science too? Okay, that's actually going to starve you. So let's keep working towards our population then. Get that granary up. And then after that, I think we might go for an archer. Though we are kind of low. Let me see, do we have anything we can work off of this? +7 is actually not that bad, so let's go ahead and get another farmer's quarter. And then the granary is really going to boost us because we're getting additional food per farmer's slot. So that should help us stabilize ourselves in this kind of terrain. It's very hostile, so. Enter turn there. Bakdu is gain some population. Aerostar. And how many do we need? Okay, we need 3 more, and then we can ascend. So this game is going by fairly quickly. We've also unlocked, okay, another Aerostar. Wow. So yeah, 3 more to go, and negotiations. Okay, I'm fine with trading some luxuries. And you want to give me an event. So I've had this event before too. So I'll take the stability penalty. I am a bit scarce with gold, and I do want to prioritize my science early on. So that's my kind of my reasoning there. Okay, yeah, but this guy's just been a total dick. I don't know if he's named Vlad or whatever, but it's been completely just a dick. So I don't know any other words to describe it. He's just been completely hostile to me. So let me see, how am my city queue doing here? I can't buy that out just yet. We are going fairly fast. Let me just put this towards this. Okay, 2 turns. Kind of want to beeline production, and then we'll have more pops, or beeline food, and then we'll have more pops. Okay, I'll station you here. Thank you. Sentry. And this guy's looking pretty aggressive. I don't know if he'll declare war or what. But as far as I know, you can't actually upgrade scouts, I don't think. You can retrofit them to, like, horse riders, I think. But not actually, like, hostile military personnel. So if this ever finishes, I guess we'll go, like, pivot over to that. But let's enter turn. There we go. And wow, there's actually a lot of independent people here. So there's like 3 tribes. That is a lot. And okay, and then you're actually taking over this guy's tribe. So I'm gonna have to go to war with these guys fairly soon, just because they're kind of offensively posturing right here. So I don't like that. It's right next to my capital too, and that's a no-go for me. Okay, we need 90 influence, so we're gonna have to wait for that. And looks like we are at our city cap, so we might want to consider going for expansionists next and kind of see where that takes us. Okay, but yeah, I do not like that he's building a outpost here. Not very smart, because there's like so many other places you could go for a territory. There's just claimed territory here, and you choose to settle like right next to me. All right, I see how it is. Okay, we've got irrigation, and we're getting a ton of science due to the district over here. 6 turns for another pop. Okay, we want some gold too. So let me go for fishing. The wheel is also pretty good, though that is going to be a while. So masonry, forced labor. Fishing could be pretty good. We have a lot of coast to work with, so I think that's a good idea. Just to exploit some of these coastal tiles, get some money, get some food if we can, and just kind of scrap together what we have. We've also got a maker's quarter. We have 3 pops now. And I think I want to prioritize, what do we have here? 9 production is not that bad. Let's go ahead and get that. I'll prioritize this over the artisan's quarter for now. It's going to be 4 turns. Let's end our turn here. And that is pretty nice. And then next we'll rush the Confucian school here and get some amazing influence in science. So let's put down our outpost here if we can. Thank you. Now that would be a better spot. Alright, game, I think we'll take this instead, actually. And now we have Aja, and then Swallowkeen is down to the south right here. So I think, first of all, we'll probably just go ahead and define our borders over here. And then after that's all said and done, we can probably just start declaring war on the AI and just taking their shit. Okay. I just want to be careful about this as we proceed. So we can go for this. We kind of are using our influence early on for skipping the civics and just going straight for outposts. So that is fine. Feng Zhao is getting quite big too. Interesting, interesting. So let's go grab this curiosity here. What does it have for us? Okay, so some gold, not too bad. That's going to help us, I think, buy out possibly this Maker's Quarter over here. Let's go do that. And then let's immediately place down this over here. That's going to be 21 science. That is pretty damn good. Wow. Especially for the ancient era at like turn... What turn are we on? Like turn 30? That is really, really good. So that's going to give us a ton of science to kind of beeline down the trek tree. And I've heard that science has been really, really just brutal on some of these later difficulties, since the AI has been apparently recorded to be better at planning out some of these cities. So interesting to hear. But let's go ahead and end our turn. And Baekdu has lost some population, unfortunately. Where are they? Okay, this is just an outpost, so we don't really care about population too much. So yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and order our army to complete their movements. And then, yeah, these guys have just been... Okay, looks like they've established their city. So I think for the guys over here, I don't know if this is upgrading to a city, but basically they're kind of similar to tribes. So they start with one city, and they can only build one city, but they basically start an outpost, come to a region looking for some land, establish that, and then they kind of progress onward to different cultures, similarly to how nations progress, which is kind of cool. Okay, Baekdu, population kind of fluctuating there. And apparently the Nubians have also decided they feel differently about us too. So they are greeting us. I should display somewhere over here. Okay, suspicious. Interesting. I was just missing the tab there. So don't really care too much. I am a bit worried about their military on our border. Though once we grab some of these resources over here, it shouldn't be too hard to kind of negotiate with them. Though I guess I am glad the city-states rose up over here. They kind of create a natural border between us and some of the empires over here. So I guess we can probably define our borders over here and see how that works. But yeah, the terrain here in Humankind, very, very interesting. Idle army, and we don't have enough influence just yet, do we? Okay, 150, so that is going to be a bit steep. We have to be a bit careful about how we place our outposts down here. Though for now, I'm fine just sentrying and waiting for that influence to come up. Okay, culture. Apparently they've chosen the Celts. Oof, I wanted to get them for the agrarian bonuses, but apparently not. Okay, 2 more stars, and then we can advance. Aj has been converted to a religion, so we want to get this Confucian school down ASAP, just because we can't build anymore, I think, after we advance to the next era. So, looking like the AI are being fairly competitive, though, so that is interesting to see. Who advanced to the Celts anyway? Or the Celts? You didn't. You didn't. You didn't either. So it was someone else, apparently. I don't know if I can go back and see this. The Harappan. So they're going full agrarian. Interesting. I think that is determined by the AI's personality. So let me worship these ferrets. Ooh, I hate cats. So I'm not a cat person there. End our turn here. Aja, thank you. Baekdu. And that sounds fairly Korean, not too Chinese. But I don't know. When you go back, I guess, after so many years and so many like records have just eroded over time, it is fairly hard to kind of just find those city names. So I kind of have to give the devs credit for kind of scraping together some city names. I can understand where they have to go out on a limb and kind of just borrow some city names from different regions and whatnot. So let's just, I think it's probably the best area over here, right by the lake. Fairly defensive too. +7, +6, +10. Okay, let's go ahead and grab this right next to the luxury here. There we go, and we're just claiming territory like a madman. Alright, and if we started converting some people too. So, Fawaris will enter the sphere of influence of the Hittites. Okay, that doesn't really involve us, I don't think. So that should be fine. Let's also, I think we'll define our border over here. We can let the Hittites claim this territory over here. I think we'll be too aggressive about it. I just want to claim these mountains and just kind of get that out of the way. And that should be good to go. Okay, let me just buy this out. I'm a bit paranoid. Go to extra science here. Let me move you to the science. And you're just making 31 science per turn. How much are you making? 6 science per turn. So I don't know if this is kicking in or not. Then let me also move you to the science. 12. Very, very good. And I think after you're done doing that, I'll move you over here and we'll just slowly start backfilling and kind of claiming all this territory over here. So that should be fairly sufficient. Let's also go ahead and, I don't know, let me see Feng Zhuao. Okay, so you finished your Confucian school. You could probably use a few improvements since we are kind of dropping on stability, not too much. Okay, let's kind of work up that food with some of the flood irrigation. We have a ton of river over here, so that is going to be very, very useful. End our turn here. And how are you doing, actually? 4 pops. You're going to be growing in 7 turns, so apparently the granary was fairly helpful. And you also have a maker's quarter available. Plus 15, pretty good. We'll pop that in after the farmer's quarter, and then if the stability drops too much, we can always just add a fountain, which we haven't built yet. So it can be helpful for some of that stability there. Okay, 27 per turn, and looks like the turns are getting a bit longer here. And by a bit longer, I mean a lot longer. So fishing is researched. There we go. You finished building that. So go over here. And again, we're just really backfilling and kind of seeing what we can do here. Masonry. Let's go ahead and get the wheel. We want some chariots. The Zhangzhe particularly is fairly powerful as far as I know. I think it also has a unique Mandate of Heaven bonus. So yeah, bonus combat strength when stability is high. So that is really going to favor us, especially now since we are kind of stable with the amount of influence we're putting out. And I think stability is kind of affected by your neighbors too and their cultural pressure. So as an aesthete culture, it's going to be easier for us to kind of manage that. End our turn there. Okay, cultural conversion has also started. Far East is apparently quite a hotbed there. Okay, one more star until we can start ascending there. Okay, a new grievance. And who are these guys? Apparently they are the Kassites, and they are mercenaries. Interesting. So I want to see how that interacts too. I don't know if we can... Yeah, we can kind of influence these guys through bribing them or through praising them. So it looks like they're violent. These guys are peaceful. And they have a city, so they have Zenith. So we might want to consider employing some of these people later on. Interesting. I haven't really had the chance previously, but looks like we have the flooded lands because we've settled the city on a river. And I think we have enough gold to go ahead and protect. It's going to be expensive, though. I think it's going to be worth it because we can lose quite a bit of pops, and that would put our city down behind as Feng Zhao if it had a fairly significant flood. So let's go ahead and do that. And we've also gotten two events there. So the Darkest Depths. Okay, apparently there's a legend about a monstrous creature. I do want celebrating. That could be good. Ooh la la. Though, you know what? I think we want to go ahead and start pumping out some chariots as soon as possible. So that's going to be done in 3 turns. So I think we'll have just enough time to kind of pump out a few units here. So once we get that done, though we do need some horses here. Where can we buy some horses? Okay, actually right here, this outpost is fairly helpful. I think we have some horses too over here. So are you mutinous? What is going on here? I clicked that. I clicked through that too fast, but we do have some influence over here we could use. Just see outpost relocation. So I think we can probably just see. Let me go out here. I've kind of been jumping from place to place, but Fawaris has kind of been suffering different points of intrusion from different cultures because I realized that was my own city. But let me just check the culture real quick right here. So society, that's converting to Mycenaeans. That's also been affected by the Mycenaeans. So I want to see if I can actually bomb this real quick. Okay, I can convert them for influence, so probably not a bad idea. Could also convert that. So let me just go ahead and do that. Bring them back to our side with our influence. Spend a little bit there, and that should be okay. I think you used to be able to actually culture bomb like enemy cities, and it was like super overpowered because you could like basically get free crises, but I think they've kind of messed around with that a bit. Nerfed it. Okay, let me sentry you here. End our turn. Bike do, thank you. And Faris has also entered the sphere of the Nubians. Okay, that is a bit unfortunate. Who is plundering my crap? What is going on here? Where's this going on? Okay, he's actually plundering my trading post, which is very unfortunate. So I don't know why he's choosing to be a dick, but we might want to send some guys out here to actually confront them in a bit. We have an event, struggle for dominion. And I do want to get another city, actually, so we could go for authority or liberty. Let's go for some liberty. We can also choose from some of these other civics, too. So let's get the extra influence. Okay, we can't spend that yet. So we'll get the extra city cap here. And we can probably even promote this later on. But I think that's going to be in the future. So let me go see Feng Zhao. Okay, you're still building your stuff. And turn. Population gain. And I'm kind of waiting for our last Aerostar to see how that goes. And also to research the Zhangche. I got that. Thank you. The wheel was researched finally. The resource is sold. And we've unlocked another Aerostar. But let me just quickly research the Zhangche. Ooh, that is going to cost some copper, though. And some horses. Okay, let me buy this flood irrigation out. I'm going to grow a ton in 2 turns. Okay, so I think we'll probably go ahead and grab some palisades here. Though, okay, that's going to give us fortification. Because I am nervous about the nearby enemy. We are dropping on stability, so let me go ahead and get an archer after that. Let's just prioritize the archer there. Okay, event. So lucky. Okay, thankfully. Though we kind of spent a lot of money just to be, what, lucky. Stoneworks. Let's go ahead and get bronze working because we do want to work the bronze to be able to exploit the Zhangche. And we can actually enter a new era. So let's just go ahead and do that and then we'll end the episode here. But I do want to choose... Okay, we have 9 cultures available to us. I wanted to choose the Celts because they were agrarian that help us grow really quickly. But apparently the Harappans have already chosen that, which is extremely unfortunate. So, I don't know. Can you choose maybe a militarist to kind of help us out with the nearby enemies here? Morians wouldn't be too bad either. We do have a ton of... what is it? We have a ton of city-states to work with. We also would like the Mayans, but we have a ton of production already, so I don't know if that would be too useful, though the Kuna is nothing to scoff at. The Persians could be good. The Immortals isn't too bad, I don't think. Yeah, Bastion, stronger when fighting from high ground. We do have a ton of high ground, or just highly elevated territories. +2 city cap could be good too. That money would be helpful as well. Ooh. I've already done the Greeks before too. I think we'll go ahead and go ahead with the Persians. The Morians could be interesting. That elephant is interesting as well. Though we already have a ton of science, so I think just to balance that out, we'll go for some gold. Keep on with the theme of influence and just kind of test out the Persians and some of their city building. And you do have a nice little outfit there. Not my favorite though. All right, let's go ahead and confirm.
As urban centers grow, both ideas and sewage are generated at a record pace. Arts and sciences flourish as military tactics and mathematical equations become as coveted as physical goods. Empires struggle to control these intangibles, however, as some might trouble their stability.
All right, very nice transition, and our buildings are also transitioning too to kind of go along with that. Trade route we were ransacked, and did that destroy our outpost? That did. That is very, very annoying. You will definitely be paying for that. Okay, I got to send this guy back over here because that was just a dick move, buddy. That was a decision you will definitely be regretting. So, let me just go over here. We do have the Satrap's Palace. That would be pretty good over here. Pretty good over here, too. I think we're going to get those Palisades out ASAP. Can we also get the Immortals soon? Where are they? We have Spearmen, Watchtowers, Forges. We might just have to skip the Zhangche for now, though I think we can still recruit them, right? Yes, we can. So, I think we'll probably prioritize copper in the next episode. But, I'm kind of mad these guys keep harassing us. Who are these people? Okay, the Cassites. So these guys are the aggressive ones. I don't know if I can patronize them, but I might just want to influence them there, drop a little bit on them, and I need to rebuild that outpost ASAP. So let me end my turn here. Haojing has gained some population. Baekdu has lost some population. Okay, we're celebrating. And, okay, the Maker's Quarter is going to take a little bit. But I think in the meantime, I'll call this probably an end for the episode. I just want to get that outpost down before I forget. But that is just such a pain in the ass, man. So I guess I'll call this an end for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I don't want to drag it on for too long. But, yeah, that seems to be it. We do have some horses here. Nice little spot for some luxuries. Let me just plop this down here. Work them immediately. See, we have some copper over here. Not a bad idea. Okay, but where else is copper? There's some iron over here, I think. So let me just kind of scout the map before we close out. Okay, copper is over there. Just outside of our reach. Man. So yeah, I think copper is the... Okay, there's some whales here too. They're Amberg. So yeah, we're going to have to go and branch out over here to get some copper. So we'll just have to see how that works. But thank you guys so much for watching. This has been 4 Extraordinaire, and I hope you guys enjoy your day. All right. Love you guys. Peace.